In Group E, we find the Spanish alongside Poland and Sweden, and then the playoff B winner. There you see the teams that could fill that final spot. Look, I guess when we talk about this Spanish team, you've got to talk about the managerial situation.
Well, we talk about infighting and implosions.
Yeah.
Nobody did it better than the Spanish.
And they've been doing it for a while,
at the World Cup in 2018, when Lopetegui was sacked on the eve of
24 hours before
it started. And so you talk about shooting yourself in the foot. And now we have Luis Enrique coming back into the job after the tragedy of losing his daughter. And then it unfolds, he has to have his former number 2, Roberto Moreno, fired for what he perceived was disloyalty. That's all. I think that will be put away by the time the Euros comes around. I think the big problem for Spain is they're just never going to be the Spain of old, because that team was on a different planet.
What's missing?
This Spanish team, a little bit of everything. A little bit of it. That Spanish team would pass you to death. You would hardly see the ball. By the time you got the ball back, you were too tired to do anything with it. And they don't quite have the players to do it. They have good players, but they don't have that quality of player. And what they need to have, slightly contradicting myself in the striker role, is somebody up front that's doing a job. Now, some good news for them is that Alvaro Morata is in slightly better form. But I personally don't think they will win the Euros.
The last 3 major tournaments, they haven't won a knockout round game, right? So you go from that golden generation and the way they went after and won 3 major tournaments to now you get out of the group and you can't win a knockout round game. The biggest concern I've had for the Spanish for the last, I'd say, 6 years is defensively. When they do lose possession, they've looked vulnerable. They've given up goals. I remember in 16, in the blink of an eye, 2 or 3 passes, you're by the back 4, and you're putting the ball in the back of the net. The Spanish have struggled in that. But to me, they're unconvinced by themselves when you haven't won a knockout round game after going through that run. I still look at it. I know you two are going to disagree with me. Lewandowski's the hottest striker in the world. If that continues, I get it. I'm not saying the Polish are going to win the tournament. But if that continues into the tournament, he can surprise some people and carry Poland as far as...
Biggest fascination for me from this group, Lewandowski, world's finest striker of the moment. Sergio Ramos, the ultimate master of the dark arts. We saw what he did to Salah in a Champions League final. What is it this time? Decapitation, surreptitious removal of a limb? What's he got in mind?
Well, all of those.
Surreptitious removal
of a limb.
Yeah. You can't just remove the limb.
No. You have to do it on the slide.
What was the word he used?
We'll work on it in the break.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.